Alright, so we will continue with geometry, but before that, do you know what inversely proportional measures means?
I did not understand a single word that just came out of your mouth.
Okay, so look, for instance, let's say you have two measurements, right? One for speed
Sorry, my
and
fingers came up.
okay, hold on, let me share the screen then. Let's say that you have two measurements, right? The one that you measure the speed and the other one that you measure the time.
Oh, are we finding distance? Because distance equals
Speed,
speed divided by
yeah,
time.
that's the distance, right?
Yeah.
Now, you're gonna make the same distance, right? Doesn't matter. Let's say that this distance is a constant. It doesn't change. Every time is the same distance. Let's say the distance from your house to your school, right? Every time is the same. What will happen if I will increase the speed?
It will take less time.
It will take less time, right? What will happen if I am decreasing the speed?
It will increase time.
It will increase time. So these are called inverse proportional measurements. Basically, those are measurements. If one increases, the other one should decreases. It's called inversely proportional. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we have proportional. Proportional is basically say if one one measurement is going to increase, the other one also is going to be increased. Or if one measurement it will decrease, the other one it will also decrease. Okay?
Okay.
Inverse proportional is basically this thing from here. If the first measurement is going to increase, the second one it will decrease. And if the first one is increasing, the second is going to. If the first one is decreasing, the second one is increasing. All right.
Okay.
Okay, and kind of that's it. Now, a quick recap of what we learned last time. So you know you have angles, right?
And those?
Angles. You have angles, right?
Oh, angles, angles.
Yeah, angles is basically the distance between the angle of rotation, which is basically how many degree you rotated a vertex from another one. Okay?
Okay.
Now, when you say when angles are complementary,
Um, when they complementary. Oh, okay. So like, complementary. It means that like you have an angle, and then it adds up to like 180 or 90
to 90, yeah.
to 90, and then the B would be the rest of the angle. So like, let's
Yeah,
say you had 43A, then the rest of it would be like 47.
yeah. So that's a complementary, right? This one.
Yeah.
The sum of two angles, let's say this angle and this angle, it's supposed to be 90, right?
Right.
Now the supplementary one, the sum of those numbers, it's supposed to be the sum of
Wait.
how much?
Um, it's a supplementary 180.
108, right. If you have an angle like this, the supplementary one, it will be, oh come on, it will be this one, right?
Okay.
So this angle is called supplementary to this one. Okay? Alright, now let's try to solve some problems. Let's try this one.
Okay. The measure of the angles of a triangle are inversely proportional to the numbers 2, 3, and 6. Find the measures of the angle of a triangle. So that means they're the opposite of 2, 3, and 6.
It depends. What do you want to do? Let me hear your full process and I will tell you if you think right or not.
If the angles of a triangle are inversely proportional to those numbers, then first we can like find the inverse of the inverted uh proportion of the just the opposite inverted number of those numbers, and then we can use that to find the find the angles of the triangle, or like the measurement.
Um. Okay, so inverse proportional. You can say something like that. Okay, I mean, you didn't study that, so okay. So what does it mean? Inverse proportional. Let's say you have three in a triangle. How many angles do you have?
Three.
Three. So it means like first angle. Let's call it alpha over 2. It will be equal with the second angle over 3, and it will be equal with the third angle over 6. Alright?
Okay.
And it also, how many, the sum of angles in a triangle, how much it is?
180.
180. Right. And if you add 2 plus 3 plus 6?
11.
11. So you can say that alpha over 2 equals with 180 over 11. Now find alpha.
We do the side 7. We're left with 11 alpha. 11 alpha equals 360.
360.
And then if we divide 360 by 11, we get Wait, can I use the calculator?
Yeah, use a calculator.
Oh, I just used some BS decimal. It's never ending.
Yeah, sorry, it was my mistake.
Yeah.
It was my mistake. Hold on, we didn't. It's not right. It's not right. It's my mistake. I forgot to explain better the constants. Damn. Okay, so remember here, we say that inverse proportional equals, doesn't matter what we do with these two measurements, the speed or time, distance is going to be, it will remain the same. Remember? You have to.
If speed increases, time decreases. If speed decreases, time increases.
Yeah, but the distance remains the same.
Yes.
The distance is remain the same. Yeah. Now, think about this. Doesn't matter what you do with both angles. The sum of all of them, it will still be 180. Okay? Just 180. Now I think it's easier for you to find alpha, beta, and gamma. Again, doesn't matter what we did a sum, but it was for some reason something else. Okay, forget about that. Or else, I think I can explain it to you better. Okay, so you can say that for here, what we did here, we have a constant 180, right?
Yeah.
You can say that actually. Nah, doesn't matter. Just use that. Okay, find the alpha now. Doesn't matter. Forget about that. Find alpha from here.
Alpha equals beta.
Yeah, you have alpha over 2 equals with 180. So alpha will be.
Alpha would be 180. No, wait, 180 times. No, if you have to get rid of a 2, then that means it's times. So equals 360.
Yeah, this also doesn't make sense. Let me think for a moment. So you have it. So
Wait, where do you even get this question from? Did you make the question?
not really. I sent you a picture with Vol's question in Romanian.
Um, maybe they translated it a bit wrong.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't translate it. It's okay. So again, what does inverse proportional means? As those numbers 2, 3, and 6 get bigger, the angle will get smaller, right?
Wait, if numbers get bigger, the x gets smaller?
Yeah, as the number gets bigger, the x will get smaller. Now, the largest, so the biggest angle will go to which number?
The smallest?
The smallest, to 2. Now the medium one,
We'll go to the medium.
which is?
3.
And now the largest?
Wait, what? How does the biggest go to 2, the medium go to 3, and the largest go to 6?
Oh, it's like, look, as the angle increases, it's not the largest, the smallest. Biggest, medium, and smallest. Smaller, okay?
Okay.
I forgot biggest and larger are the same thing. Okay, so as the angles are decreasing, smaller are increasing, right? Smaller, medium, and biggest, the constants are decreasing, right? So it makes sense until now. We get angles, so here's the angles, all the angles. As the angles becomes bigger, the constants are decreasing. Okay, so the biggest angle has the smallest number. The smallest angle has the biggest number. Okay? Man,
Okay.
it's all clear?
Yeah.
Now, what we can do is, remember when above I told you speed times time, it will be equal for distance, and the distance remains the same, doesn't matter what?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can say that first angle, let's call it, okay, so the biggest angle, I'm gonna call it alpha, this beta, let me write it, so alpha, beta, and this gamma, okay?
Okay.
Now, alpha times 2, it will be equal with a constant, let's call it kappa, okay? Beta times 3, it will also be equal with the same constant, the same kappa, okay? And gamma times 6 will be equal with what? Also kappa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, think of alpha, 2, 3, and 6 and all of the angles as measurements. These measurements, so alpha the biggest, then medium, and gamma the smallest, the angles are decreasing, the number are increasing. The angles are decreasing and the number are increasing here. Think about as measurements. They change. Alpha, beta, gamma, their value will change. These numbers also 2, 3, 6, the value are changing. But this kappa, they're remaining the same. It's the same kappa, okay? The value doesn't change, it's a constant, okay?
Okay.
Now, from this measurement, can you tell me alpha will be kappa over 2, right?
Yeah.
Beta will be
Kappa over 3.
over 3. Gamma will be
Kappa over 4.
6.
I mean 6.
Over 6. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, you know that the sum of angles in a triangle is 180, right? So I can say that alpha plus beta plus gamma is 180. But my alpha is kappa over 2. Kappa over 2 plus beta kappa over 3 plus gamma kappa over 6 is 180. Now let's find our constant.
Oh, 2.
You need to put on the same fraction, right?
Yeah. So we can all give them to 6. So if we multiply 2 by 3, we get
Or we can multiply everything by 6 to get rid of the fractions.
Okay, we have wait, if we multiply k by 2, does that mean we get rid of 2 and we're left with 4 or what?
If we multiply k over 2 by 6, we will end up with 3k. Because here, think about of 6, right? Here's
Yeah.
1, here's 3. So 3k.
Okay.
Plus
Plus 2k
2k
plus k.
plus k equals with 180.
And that just means 5k equals 180. Which when we divide
Are you sure 5k? It's not 6k?
my math, like a 6k.
Yeah?
You got a 6k. Anyway, and then what 80 30. K equals 30.
K will be 30. Adding those fraction. Yeah, but you didn't multiply 180 by 60. You didn't look. You multiply the entire fraction by 6, right? But you forgot to multiply 180 by 6.
Oh. 18 times 6 is like 60 and then 42. So 60 plus 42 is 82. No, it's 48. I'm so 48. And then plus 5, you have 84, 88. Then, so 880? 880?
Okay, let's see. 180 times 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 8 is 48. You write 8, you put 4 in a mine. 6 times 6. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10, so 1080.
Bruh.
Now 1080, 1080 divided by 6 is 180. So kappa is 180. Okay? Now you know kappa. If kappa is 180, that means the first angle will be how much? Kappa is 180.
Oh, kappa is 180?
Yeah, because look, we found out that kappa is 180.
Yeah. So if kappa is 180, then it would be the half of it 60.
90. The half of 180 is 90.
Oh, it's not 100. You know, I think we're both just not in our day.
Let's try with data.
Right. Yeah. The third of 180 is 60.
60. And the last, gamma?
30.
30. Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool, man. Let's try something the same. It's kind of the same. Let's try this one.
The measures of the angles of a triangle are inversely proportional to the numbers 1 over 5, 1 over 4, 1 over 3. Find the measures of a triangle. We know alpha.
Let's say like that. Again, the largest angles. The largest.
Okay, the biggest
The biggest, okay.
is 1/5.
The biggest, let's denote it as, tell me a symbol. Denote it by what?
Okay.
Alpha. The angles you denote it with Greek letters, okay?
A. Alpha. No.
Yeah. It will correspond to which number?
1/5.
Because it's the smallest one, right?
C.
1/5 is the smallest one. The biggest angle corresponds to the smallest number.
And the smallest would correspond to the biggest. The middle would correspond. Let's give the beta corresponds to 1/4.
Yeah, to 1/4. And the smaller?
And the smallest. How do you say C?
Gamma.
Kappa?
Gamma.
That's gamma.
Yeah, that's gamma. Will correspond to
Greek alphabet.
1/3, right?
So you have alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda.
Oh my god, you know this? I didn't know them.
Epsilon, p, rho, sigma, tau, epsilon, phi, chi, psi.
Yeah, okay, sigma boy. Let's set up the equation now. You see how we did here? Here.
Yes.
You see? We need to do the same thing.
So A times 1/5 equals K.
Yeah, it will be equal with a number, kappa, okay?
And then B times 1/4 equals K. And then gamma times 1/3 equals K.
Yeah, now tell me, alpha will be?
Alpha equals K over 1/5. K divided by 1.
Nah man, you have alpha times 1/5 equal with kappa. If you want to only 5 alpha, you need to multiply everything by 5 to get rid of this fraction, right?
So then 5K.
5k, right. Beta?
Beta equals 4K.
4k. And gamma?
Then gamma equals 3K.
3k. Now, alpha plus beta plus gamma will be? How many? The sum of angles in a triangle is?
180.
180. And now you need to find your constant, kappa.
We have to constant. Do we put like the k's?
Yeah. Instead of alpha, you put 5k.
So 5k plus 4k plus 3k equals 180.
Yeah.
And then in order to simplify, we have to divide by 5.
Above we had a fraction, that's why, but now you can just add all of them. 5k plus 4k will be?
5k plus 9k and then 12k.
12k equals with 180, which means k will be equal with?
K will be equal with I'm gonna go on a whim and say something like 14. No, I'm gonna go on a whim and say something like 16 or 18. 16 or 18.
Actually, you've been close with 14 and with 16 is 15.
Mm.
Okay, if k is 15, now you can find your angles, alpha, beta, and gamma. So alpha will be
Alpha would be kappa, no, 15 divided by 5, since kappa is 15.
yeah, but
then
what do you mean divide? Here you have multiplication. 5 times kappa.
So multiply.
Yeah.
So it would be 15 times 5,
Which
which
is
would be 5 and then 25, 75.
75. Okay. Beta?
Delta would be 15 times 4, so that'd be 20, 40, 60.
16. And gamma?
45.
45. Okay. Now it's more easy, right?
Yeah.
Let's try this one. Let me see if the translation was right.
Okay. Two adjacent angles, A or B and B or C, have sides OR and OC as opposite half lines, and OX and OI as per bisectors. Find the measures of angles A or B and B or C, knowing that measurement angle of B or Y equals 2 times measurement angle of B or X. Bob.
Okay. So, what does mean adjacent? Adjacent angle. Remember?
It means adjacent.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Adjacent.
They share one side, okay? One common side.
Okay.
Let's make it by another color. Hold on. I'll make it by red. Okay, so you have angles A, O, B, A, O, B, and B, O, C. So this angle and these angles. Now remember, I told you if they are not equal, you denote them with two different lines. Alright? Now,
Okay.
they're adjacent. Why? Because they share the same side, which is OB. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, OA and OC. Opposite half lines. Yeah. And OX, OY are the, what does mean a bisectors? What does the bisector does? Remember? Matej,
Yeah.
do you remember what a bisector do?
Splits it in half.
Yeah, splits what?
The angle in half.
Angle in half, right. Splits angle in half. So you have two OY, so it's this one. Also, let's make it by another color. Let's make it this. So OY, don't like something like that. OY, so it splits this one in half. And also we have OX, splits this one in half. So here's Y, here is X. Find the measure of the angles AOB and BOC, knowing that the measure of BOY equals BOX. What do you want to do? how you will approach this problem?
Um. Um. I how to solve it?
Yeah, how will you solve that?
Mm, if we know that the measurement angle of BO, so then what? Okay, we're gonna write M measurement angle of BOI. But wait. Should Jason is a we can't wait, triangle. Wait, is this a triangle or
No, it's not.
what am I thinking? So it can't be like that where it's like equal 80 or mm, I'm kind of lost.
Yeah, because I did the drawing wrong, and that's why. Look here what it says. As opposite half lines. Those lines, OA and OC, are opposite. Now, what does an opposite mean? So here's first line, right?
Mm-hmm.
OA. Half lines, what it means? It has a beginning, which is this one, and it doesn't end. It continues, right? The opposite is actually what an opposite means. It's basically saying you is the same but in opposite direction, which also starts from here.
So it goes left from
It goes left. Yeah, it's the same thing, but it goes left. And now you have actually what you do now. You do like, okay. Now, how much is this angle?
180.
180, right? And now it will be easier. You know you have an adjacent vertices, which I don't know. Let's say it's this one, okay? Which are C, A, O, C, right? So here's C. Now you have two bisectors. I'm going here, change the color a bit to purple. Okay, doesn't matter. So this one, this one, and this one, right? Here's X, here's Y. Now read again the problem. Read again the problem. The measure of BOY, so this angle.
So from B to O to Y.
Yeah.
Equals B to O to X.
Two times. Two of B of O of X, right?
Yeah.
Which also like 2 of B of O of X, it's basically this entire angle, right? Because here is 1 of B of X and here's another 1 of B of X. Because those one are the same. They're just split, right? They're split. You understood? They're the same. What BOX is basically half of BOY. And it's the same thing, it will be the same thing as XOA. It's the same thing, it's just half, okay? So this 2 of BOX is basically telling you that it's this entire angle, BOA. Alright? So BOY is basically this entire angle, BOX. Got it?
Got it. So to find it out, we can do I think this is how you do it. We have to use the equation where it's like BOY plus BOX equals 180 or something, and then
Kind of, yeah. You're kind of on the right track. So BOY is 2 of BOX, right?
yeah.
Let's denote BOX as x, okay? Let's say,
Okay.
let's the angle BOX equal with x, okay? So BOX, it will be x, alright? Now BOY, it will be 2x, right?
Okay.
Now COY, it will be the same thing as boy, okay? Because
Okay.
it splits here, and it means it's also gonna be 2x, okay?
Okay.
Now BOX is x. Now XOA is also equal with BOX because it's the bisector split them in half, and it also be equal with x, right?
Yeah.
Now if you add all of these angles, if you add AOX plus XOB plus boy and plus soy, all of those angles, it's supposed to give you 180, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's look at it. AOX, it will be x. XOB box, it will be also x, right? Now
Yeah.
boy is
2x.
2x and soy is
2x.
2 plus 2x equals with 180. Now x plus x
X plus x is 2x.
plus 2x
4x.
plus 2 plus again
6x.
6x. 6x equal with 180, which means x will be
30.
yeah, x will be 30. Okay, so now if you know the constant x, you can find all of those angles. Now box okay, so BOA, look, I really hate that I don't have like a laser or something like that.
Laser.
Yeah, like there was anyway. So BOA, this one, right? Is formed from BOX and XOA, right? Now BOX equal with 30, right? XOA is also going to be 30, which basically means that BOA will be equal with, if this one is 30 and we also find that this one is 30, the entire angle BOA is how much?
How much?
Yeah, if this one is 30, this one is also 30.
So 60.
So 6, yeah.
Out of 180, which would be 120 for rest.
Yeah, which COB?
BOC is 120.
120. Yeah.
Or
Yeah. Man, geometry. I find the geometry pretty interesting. I wasn't good at geometry in how to say school, but then I found it interesting, and I kind of like it. Right now I am kind of remembering again. Pretty fun. Okay, let's say 4.
Okay. But angles ABC and CBD are adjacent supplementary angles. Angles ABC are as large as angle CBD. Find measurement of CBD.
Here's a mistake. Angle ABC is not twice, but with 30 degree bigger. than CBD, okay? I will use AI to translate these problems from Romanian to English and the kind of spell. Okay, so you have the angles ABC, CBD, which are adjacent supplementary angles, and the angle ABC is with 30 degrees bigger than the angle CBD. Find the angle CBD. Now, what does that mean, supplementary?
Supplementary means 180 degrees.
How much?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. You're right.
And the only reason I can remember that is because I said that in my mind that supplementary sounds like soup, and soup is and the top of the soup is 180. It's a straight line. Like you don't like at the bottom it like curves, but when like at the very tip top it's just like a straight line across all of it.
So you have ABC and CBD, right?
Yes.
Now this angle ABC is with 30 degrees bigger.
Adjacent.
Yeah, I wrote the addition, right? So you know that the angle. How should I write this into an equation? ABC is 30 degrees bigger than CBD.
ABC equals CBD plus 30.
Yeah, but you say measurement of the angle ABC equals with a measurement of the
angle of CBD plus 30.
Plus 30, right? And you know that the sum of both angle will be if they are supplementary with each other. ABC plus CBD will be, again, you just said previously that supplementary means 180.
So that means you can write it as measurement of CBD plus 30 plus measurement of CBD equals 180.
Yeah, equals with 180.
And that's just two measurements of CBD equals 160. No, 150.
150 because of minus 30, right?
Yeah.
And which means CBD is?
That's just no, wait, let me think of like 75.
75, right. Now if CBD is 75, ABC will be how much? Oh, come on, man. Oh, it's 75 plus 30.
Oh, no, I was doing something. Hold on. Anyway, 75 plus 30 is 105.
105. Okay, cool.
I was opening up the door.
Good. One of a triangle of the same traversal formed is 3 times okay, let's try 5.
5? One of the interior angles on the same side of a transversal formed by two parallel lines is 3 times larger than the other. Find the measure of these two angles. So we know that one angle is 3 times larger than the other one.
Yeah, but the same side of a traversal formed by two parallel lines. What does it mean?
The same side formed by by two parallel lines is
Okay, so look, you have two parallel lines. These ones are parallel, right?
yeah.
Let's say you have line A, line B. Now, for God's sake, there's another line that passes from this one. Whee! Alright?
Alright.
This line that passes through, let's call it C. This one is called a transversal. Okay?
Okay.
This one is called a transversal. Now it forms some angles. This angle is going to be the same one as this one, as this one, and as this one. Okay? It's going to be the same angle. If here's 30, here is also going to be 30, here is also going to be 30, here is also going to be 30. Clear?
Clear.
Cool. The same thing will apply with this. If here it will be, I don't know, 60, here's also going to be 60, here's also going to be 60, and here's also going to be 60. Clear?
Yep.
But in this case, actually, if this is 30, this one, how much it will be?
This one?
Yeah.
If that's 30, then this one will be 150.
150, right? Which means this one is also 150. This one is also 30, and same for black equals with black, blue equals with blue. Okay?
Okay.
That sounded so wrong, but
yeah, it did. Black people, blacks, and blue people. Jesus.
So let's say that here you have an angle alpha. Okay? So it forms an angle alpha. It's 3 times larger than the other angle. So if here's alpha, then here will be 3 times larger. It means?
It means alpha. Wait, if it's 3 times larger, then alpha would be 30 times 3, which is 90.
But no, it's just 3 alpha, okay? I didn't told you about first, okay? If one is alpha, the second angle is 3 times bigger, you denote it as 3 alpha. Now you know that 3 alpha plus alpha will be equal with?
4 alpha?
Yeah, it's 4 alpha, but look, this angle. From here to here, how many degrees?
180.
180. No. Find alpha. 4 alpha equals with 180, which means alpha is?
Not so 4. No, it's 4 times 4 is 160. So I say something large. 45.
45, yeah. So this is 45, and 3 alpha will be?
3 alpha would be 45 plus 100. 135.
Yeah, 135. Okay. Cool. Six. Okay, then intersection of two lines for traversal.
Okay, 6. At the intersection of two parallel lines with a transversal, one of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is twice as large as the other. Find the measure of these two angles. So it's literally the same thing.
Actually, yeah, kind of.
Except it's instead of 3 times, it's 2 times. So make the 2 lines, find an intersection within it.
Yeah, but you need to tell me how it's called. So you have 2 parallel lines. The black one, how is called?
A transverse.
Intersection? It's a transversal line. Look, this one is a transversal, okay?
Okay.
Two parallel lines, one of the interior angle on the same side of a transversal. Now, what interior angle means? This one is called an interior angle because it's inside the parallel lines. Okay? This one, even is the same thing, as the one that I just wrote above. This one is interior angle. This one is exterior angle. Okay?
Okay.
It actually doesn't matter here, but who knows, maybe you have a problem to specifically denote the interior angle. So interior angle on the same side of a triangle is twice as large as the other. So if the interior one is going to be alpha, the exterior one, it will be
the exterior one will be not beta. Wait, maybe beta.
what do you mean? Look, on the same side of a traverse is twice as large as the interior one.
So it'd be 2A, 2 alpha.
2 alpha, right. Now find alpha.
Okay, transversal, okay, so we know A plus 2 alpha plus 2 alpha equals 180. That means 3 alpha equals 180. And then if you divide it, you will get alpha equals 60.
180 over 3, which is 6. Yeah, which is 60.
Yeah.
So
then that means 2A would be 120.
yeah, and that means this one is gonna be 120. You're right.
All right.
Let's try 7.
Okay. Angle AOB is 80 degrees and OC is its bisector. Measurement of AOD in the case where points D and A are. What?
You also know that OD is going to be perpendicular with OC. What does perpendicular means? It means that they form a 90-degree angles. Okay?
Okay. Oh, so I was thought about like drawing a line and then a line through it. I don't know. It was in the half plane determined by random C. Okay, why don't we just like draw the OD and OC?
На același semiplan determinat de dreapta ocea. Same semiplan. Alright, so you have angle AOB and OC. So, okay, let's draw the angle AOB. So this one, right?
Yeah.
A, O, and B. And OC, it's its bisector. OC. Okay. Bam, bam. What does a bisector does? So-
Bisector?
Yeah. Again, the bisector, what does it do?
It splits the angle in half.
Yeah, it splits it in half. So
And half of 80 is 40, so
So-
each side would be 40 degrees.
yeah, so here is 40 degrees and here is also going to be 40 degrees. Okay, cool. Find A, O, D in case points D and A are on the same half plane determined by OC. Opposite half planes
the half planes. Oh, and the half plane determined by line OC. So from O to C. What?
Yeah, hold on.
Wait.
I need to explain this better. Hold on. Okay, the problem OC. When you draw a line, it divides the plane into two parts. Each part is called half plane. Think of it like cutting a piece of paper. You get two pieces. In the half plane, determine natural center OC. Okay, we have angle OB. OC is the line that crosses over force somewhere. We need to find angle OD in two different cases. Case A with D and A are the same. This means D and A are the same side as OC. To D, you will need to cross. OC is the bisector of angle AOD in case where point D and A are on the same half of OC. Okay. D and A are on different sides of a line OC. Trace your finger from A to D. Oh, hold on, I totally forgot, but OD is parallel with OC. Damn. OD and OC. So OD. Okay. Alright. Understood. You see this condition? I totally forgot about that. And I didn't translate that. OD is perpendicular with OC. What does it mean? Perpendicular. How many degrees does it has?
It has perpendicular 90 degrees. Well, no, maybe 90 degrees more or something.
It has 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees. Perpendicular,
Yeah.
it means 90 degrees. So in the half plane determined by line OC. So basically in this part, if you put this here, okay, let me make hop. And I'll make the color green. So O, D. Here's the same half of a plane. How many? You know that D, O, C, DO is perpendicular with OC, which basically means this part is 90 degrees. So if this is 90 degrees, you need to find the angle AOD. How many degrees you are gonna have here?
You're going to have oh wait, so out of 90?
Yeah, out of 90. How many degrees you gonna have here?
10.
How much?
10.
You say that 40 plus 10 is 90?
50.
Yeah, you're gonna have 50 degrees. Now, the other case is telling you when it's in the opposite half of a plane. Which basically means if you put your okay, also then A, O, angle B, A, O, D. Now, what if I'm putting the line also in this part? If I'm putting the D here.
Oh, then it would also be 50.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty. I mean,
So from here to here is 90.
yeah.
So,
So 90 minus 40 is 50.
yeah, so COD is 90, but you need to find the angle AOD.
So 180 minus 50, which would be.
Hold on. It's not on 180. You already has this angle. The red one is 180, and you have this part, this angle. But you also need to add with this angle, which is 40. So 90 plus 40.
90 plus 40 would be 130.
Yeah. So in case B is 130, in case AOD, it's going to be 50. Okay.
Okay.
So when it's on this part, it's 50. When it's on this part, it's 90. Why? Because the OD and OC, they need to be perpendicular. They need to form a 90-degree angles. Damn, I really need to find a better translation. I'm gonna make my AI to translate better.
We're gonna make a whole software just to translate.
To translate the problem.
Well, wait, has it already been an hour? I think it has.
Let's do a couple of more, okay?
Okay. Can I go use the restroom then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me just.
So I will just recap. You know that proportional numbers, inverse proportional numbers, or proportional numbers if one measure increase, second one also increase. Inverse proportional means if one increase, second one decrease. We also have different types of angles. A complementary angles is when two angles will add up and the sum will be 90. A supplementary angle says when you have two angles, you add them up, the sum is going to be 80. Now here we did some problems with inverse proportional concepts of it. Now the product of two measurements, if they're inverse proportional, is going to be a constant. Constant means it's remain the same, doesn't matter what. So we use this concept in order to find the angle A, B, and the gamma. So here we did a problem, here we did the second problem. Okay, man, you're here?
C.
Okay, let's do like this. We have 3 more problems.
3 more problems?
Yeah, it's geometry after all, come on. I know, but once we get this going, it will be easier, okay?
Okay. AOB and COD are two opposite angles at vertex D with L,
With O.
with O and B being collinear points.
With
Given
D, O, B are going to be collinear. What does D, O, B collinear means?
it means
They can go on the same line.
collinear.
Yeah.
They go the same way.
It means if a line passes with all of them, one line can pass through all of them. Alright?
Okay.
So given that AOD, I don't know, let's say this. Here say, 150 is supposed to be 150. Hold on, just a second. It's like that. So AOD is 150. AOB.
AOB would be 30.
Yeah, it's going to be 30. Yeah, you're right. Find the measure of a bisected angle AOB and AOD.
Of a so just like, oh, okay. The bisected of 150 would be 75.
Yeah, so here's gonna be 75 and here it will be
15.
15, right. Let's try this one.
Angle AOB is 120 degrees. Given that OC and OA and OD and OB.
OC is perpendicular.
Perpendicular to OA and OD is perpendicular to OB. Calculate measurement of COD.
And OD. Okay, so I don't know. So like that. OD is perpendicular of B.
Okay. Calculate COD. Okay, so we know that AOB. So from A to O to B is 120, and since we know that OC is perpendicular to OA.
This means this one is 90, and this one is going to be
30.
30, which means that this entire angle will also be
80? No, 120.
also 120. Yeah, you're right. Let's try this one. I guess this is the last one. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Okay. Angles AOB and BOC are adjacent. The measures of angle formed by their bisectors is 66 degrees, and measurement AOB equals 78. Find measurement BOC.
So
Okay.
the bisector, right?
Uh,
So from here to here, it's 66 degree. And the AOB, this entire thing, is 78.
So then 66. So then 78 minus. No, wait. No, that's not how it.
Look, this one is kind of easy. So if he is x, he is also going to be x, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same angle. If here's y, he is also going to be y, right? Same angle.
Yeah.
Now look, you know that x plus x is going to be equal with 78.
So then like okay, so wait. So half of 78 is like what 38? No,
39.
39.
39, yeah. And you also know that, look, x plus y equals with 66.
And so 66 minus 39 would give us 25. Wait,
No.
no, 20 27.
27, right? So y is 27, but the entire COB is 2 of y's. So COB equals with 2y, which means COB, it will be
54.
54, right? Did you understand? Actually, this problem is kind of,
Easy.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think it would have been if I didn't told you x, x, y, y.
Yeah.
So you need to just think in variables terms, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we end up with angles. Now the next part is going to be triangles, but with angles. Tell me everything that you know about angles. Or should I ask you questions? Let me ask you a question. What does it mean a supplementary angle? Man,
Yeah.
what does it mean a supplementary angle?
Oh, 180.
Complementary?
90.
Collinear? Not
they
an
go
angle,
same
but
way.
3 collinear points.
They go the same way.
Same line.
Or like down the same lines, same line or something.
Yeah, transversal?
It passes through lines.
Yeah, it's one line that passes through 2 parallel lines. Okay?
Okay.
Perpendicular, what does it mean?
It's 90 degrees.
90 degrees. So when you say 2 lines are perpendicular, this means they are 90 degrees.
See.
Si, senor. Okay, something else. Now, what's an angle?
Angle?
Yeah.
The angle is the measurement between one line and another line.
Yeah, like how much is rotated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's a bisector? What does it do?
Bisector halves the angle.
Yeah, it's the line that splits the angle into two
Yeah.
parts equal. Okay, cool man. Then we're done and you're free.